dancing with somebody. If you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now, walk away, you know how, don't stop caring about me now.
WEFM, the new fresh sound. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WeFM 99.9 is on now.
All righty, so the time here in SPG, it is 9:26, and we are back with you for another segment of our Activated Mornings program here on WeFM. All right, this is the Talk to Us segment. So this is where you get even more interactive with us by calling the number 457-9997. You can call directly, you can call through WhatsApp, or you can send a message through WhatsApp, all right? We can discuss anything that you wish to discuss. It could be in relation to something that we spoke about earlier this morning, or something brand new that you want to bring to us just to get our opinions. And the hour would be Dr. Gerald Thompson, Dianna Cain, and myself, Roleza Samuel. All right. So already we have somebody on the line. Good morning to you.
Just to get our opinions. And the hour will be Dr. Gerald Thompson, Dianna Cain, and myself, Roleza Samuel.
Dave.
Yes, madam.
Morning.
Yes, I am here. Morning. Interesting morning from what I gathered so far. What's to begin with, we are in the political season right now in Silver Telegram. So you expect anything, warranted or unwarranted. And then we also have the politics, international politics to deal with how many Vincentians come back home and all of that. And I heard you asking the question if or your concern is if we can handle that. Well, I don't know how many Vincentians qualify to come back a yard, so to speak. But of course, if it's a good amount, if it's a good number, high number, we will certainly be certainly faced with a lot of problems. What I would like to say, we're a plural country. I'm just suggesting, as you raise that concern, we are a plural country, so maybe it may give us an opportunity to look into ourselves, look into the number of islands how much? 32 islands we have.
32 keys.
So let's
an island.
Whatever. So let's get them populated. But when it comes to wait, I had this one for Dianna. You too, Roleza. Have you guys ever believed in street food? Like you see a guy, you love the guy, and you want to lose the guy, and you do something. You cook some kind of special food, or however you do the thing.
No,
and unless you're all innocent, I don't know. But that's part of our culture. That is something I grew up with hearing and all of that. And a man who tried to ties a woman, that used to be the talk. You see a pretty chick like Roleza, Dianna, you want to get to them, do something with a courtship.
You did those things, Dave?
If I had
I didn't know accident.
Or you only heard, you heard rumors of these things, or you did them and you saw them being done?
If you try and get through, that's what you're trying to put out with this morning.
I am happy. Extremely happy that I can remember what I grew up with in this country.
No, you grew up. You said you grew up. You said with rumors, or you heard. But I'm talking about facts, factual stuff. Factory. No, you
I
said
don't
so.
know.
We want first-hand authoritative
First-hand
information.
authoritative
Did you
thing.
try it?
Did you experience these things, Dave? You tried them
Yeah,
yourself.
you see, you're from the college. This is part of
But
it.
so Dave, as part of the
Yes,
culture,
as
did
part of
you
your
take part
culture.
in it?
As part of your culture, Dave. Did you
My
culturize it?
culture.
Did you
Yeah.
indulge in the culture?
Dave is a yes or
Thank
no
God I have
question.
a,
Dave, what's going on with you? It's a yes or no.
thank God I have a big, thank God I have a big audience out there. You know. It ain't just three. It ain't just who they in the studio carrying on.
But you brought it up.
Audience out there.
But you know the reach of it.
No,
Dave.
man.
They want to hear too. That's why we're making sure we're asking the questions that they are asking in their mind. I wonder if Dave try a kerchief trick.
Dave,
Yes, sir?
I have never known you to be evasive when it comes to answering a question. So I would take you
Yeah, man.
trying to be evasive as a yes. I'm hearing.
Boy, Dave, kerchief trick.
Don't try that. Don't try that. Don't try to reverse psychology on me. I have my faculties and I'm well aware. And up to this day, it still goes on. And take for instance, when I
Goes on.
over a man.
Me,
Are
at
you aware
this
of
point,
that?
I ain't studying
Are you aware
Dave.
of
Dave,
that?
if you can answer me directly, come, let we go. Bye-bye.
The innuendo.
What you want me to answer? What you want me to answer?
What you want me-
What directly?
Did you
What you
try it for
asking?
yourself?
I don't know what Dave talking about. I hear about
Not at all. Yeah,
No, you didn't?
not at all. I'm very innocent
Somebody
people.
must try it on Dave, man. He must see what I say. Dave,
Ah,
I don't get what.
here you come.
Okay.
We want to
What
talk
you
time.
answer for me? All right. But all right. Have a good day.
All right, later, Dave. All right, that's Dave. They would have go low laugh this morning.
I'm trying to imagine Dave with a kerchief and what he doing with it. Oh gosh.
I mean, the thing of it is, I wonder. I know I've heard of it, but of course, I personally have never tried it because clearly, but
It's
just one of those
it's
weird
part
things.
of Dave's culture. You see, that's the point.
I feel like that. I have always thought that didn't make sense. Because if I want somebody, I want to know that you're with me because you want me. I don't want to know you're with me because I forced you to be with me. Yeah.
Well,
You would know your own free will.
What do you do with a kerchief? You tie the kerchief in a knot or something so, or you blood
no,
stain on it or something so.
it's
I have no idea.
underwear and all
Yeah.
kind of thing. You boil it and you
Yes.
strain it and some
Yes.
drum history. I don't know the full details of it. All
Well,
right,
Dave,
but
we could ask Dave to write down what he did with it. You know?
and all right, all right. All right, so remember that this is the Talk to Us, a segment where you can get even more interactive with us by calling the number 457-9997. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. And Doc, there's actually a question here for you. Somebody's asking, can borderline diabetes be reversed? And if yes, how so?
Absolutely. But in matter of fact, even hardcore diabetes can actually be reversed. It requires a lot of effort on your part in terms of reducing the sugar. Borderline diabetes, your pancreas, which is a gland in the back of your belly that produces insulin, is still producing insulin. And so you basically want to make sure that the stresses and the strains and everything that's on top of it,
I think your phone going off.
yeah, all those things are basically reversed and reduced, you know. And in that sense, it comes with diet. It comes with a number of things that you got to do. Cut the alcohol. Make sure you know the stresses and so going on in your life are reduced. These are things that would increase your requirement, and so for insulin and your weight, your body weight, and all this other stuff. So absolutely it can be, and you could do so with a doctor's help, and you should try and do that.
Okay, so go to a
So my phone is
dietitian.
ringing.
Yeah, go to a dietitian.
Going to
okay.
a dietitian, going to a doctor along with that, and I think that these things really.
Okay. All right. So the person who asked the question on the live, hopefully you got your answer. All right. So we are going to head into a topic at this time because I'm not seeing any other questions and no other calls have been coming in. All right. So let's go. So we have a question here. When is it okay to date your friend's ex?
Woohoo.
All right, we have Anita. So think on that, my good friends. And let's hit this call from Anita. Doc, why you look so serious all of a sudden? Anita Martin.
Good morning. Good morning. Lord, I'm out of
Good
time.
morning.
Thompson,
How are you? Good morning.
you forget one thing. I didn't hear you say discipline. Discipline is key.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's discipline. That's the core thing. The core thing is discipline.
Exactly.
You got to be intensive about it and so on. And that includes the discipline.
Exactly. And I mean, managing diabetes, sir, doesn't from 1 to 3. It takes a lot. It took me a long time to get where I am. I just did my A1C and it was 7. And my doctor said, come on, Janet, you're 5 and 6. Well, you get to 7. And my glucose was 5. But he said, I'll excuse you this time. So it takes a lot. And discipline. You have to watch some of the food with bad eye and say, here now, don't look at me now. I'm not eating you, okay? Anyway, I heard you out of time. I'm gone. Thanks, Dr. Thompson.
All right. Okay, we actually want out of time, so it's okay.
You said, what did you say?
No, we're not out of time. We still have a few minutes left. But I don't know if you wanted to add
Oh.
anything else, right?
Oh, Lord, I lost my train of thought.
All right, no problem.
I think I lost because I was so uninterrupted. But the next time, yes.
All right, sure.
And listen, Dianna, how are you doing?
Hi. I am not so good, but I'm getting better.
Why? What happened to you?
Nice
What you
time.
got?
Nice time.
Oh,
Now
oh,
she was
had
actually
too
walking
much.
to, you know what? Let me not sit on the airways. She was actually working as well, okay? So yes.
So she was working. You
Yes.
looking hard? You looking hard, Dianna?
Well, you see.
Listen, it is. I'm gone. Good morning, Joshua. I'll heard you in a few days.
Yeah.
Okay, take care, ladies.
All right, you
Bye,
as well.
Dr. Thompson. Thank
Goodbye.
you. Yes, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All righty. So that was Anita there contributing to the question that was asked. If borderline diabetes or if diabetes can be reversed, and Doc gave some tips. And Anita came in there saying that key amongst them all would be discipline. All right.
Let me say something.
Uh,
There may be nothing wrong. There's no law against dating an ex.
oh, you jumped right into it.
You
Hey,
know?
spicy.
There's no law against that.
There's no
I mean,
friend's ex.
A friend's ex.
Mhm.
It is something. The people who you are around, you get to know them a little more, and that particular ex of the person, your friend may have been mistreating that person, but you've seen some good qualities in that person that did not deserve that. Clearly, it's a big leap. It's a big leap.
So you come in and step in like the best man, the
Well,
better man.
Well, it isn't so much as a better man. Is that that other person may be a good woman? Yes,
Okay.
and in certain societies, especially if you find yourself traveling and you know it may be an ex of a friend, if some time has passed.
But how much time is enough time, Doc?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much time. But sometimes it's a lot of time. It's strange, the amount of women whose husband die and they end up marrying a brother of the person or a friend of the person because they're the persons who are in your sphere, who you're meeting, who come around to help, and you're seeing certain good qualities in that person, that some connection may be and some care may actually be. So there shouldn't be no law outlawing it as if it is a bad thing.
But not necessarily law, but do we look at it kind of funny in society?
If you created the ex, yes, and I'm saying,
If I'm the one who ended the relationship,
if you cause the relationship, if somebody is an ex that it finished for all sorts of other reasons, then I think that you got to examine it more carefully and say that on some occasion may not be okay, and some occasion it may be a damn good thing.
Diana.
You know, this morning, Dr. Thompson, I'm agreeing with you there. You raised some valid points. I have never dated a friend's ex, and I've always thought that it's a big no-no for me. I would not get into that. But Dr. Thompson is correct there in basically saying, the situation and the person might be different. So I don't know. For me, people can do whatever works for them. So if you think, because I actually know people who are with their friend's ex and the relationship is seemingly longer than when they were with the other person, right? But if that works for people, they can go right ahead with that. If it doesn't work for you, then, it doesn't work for you. That's how I feel about that one.
All right.
I've had friends, people and I who were really, well, I thought were really good friends. And then they got involved with my ex, so yeah. while we were supposedly friends, so
Okay,
yeah.
that's interesting. I suppose for me, it depends on how close of a friendship it was, right? Because like if it's one of my really, really good friends, then it's off limits. I don't care how long ago they finish, it's off limit for me, right? Especially if they shared a significant amount of time together. So it depends on the degree of friendship, how close we are. For me, it also depends on how long ago the relationship ended, right? Let's say 5 years might be fine. But I suppose one of the other things, and we have to face the reality in SVG, right? It's a very small pool of persons to choose from. And we are all going to find ourselves in the same circle of friends. And it is only by maybe like 1 or 2 degrees off where you and somebody might not necessarily be tight, right? But you are going to find that this is going to sound funny, but it's almost like we are recycling the same people, right? And I'm not saying recycling in a bad way, but I think you all understand what I mean, right? In that is what is going to end up happening. I suppose for me, what it is that I would do though, it depends on, let's say, how close of the friendship it was, that I might inform the person that me and this person that we are dating. Not necessarily asking for permission, because if everything ended as it was supposed to end, then I would just inform them, but I'm not asking for permission, just for manners' sake, and so that there doesn't end up being a sort of rift or anything happening of that sort. But in Vinci, it is quite common to end up dating somebody who, a friend may have dated at some point in the past.
You know what I've seen? I've seen where somebody's in a relationship with somebody, but they are seeing somebody else. So they introduce the person who is going to become their ex to someone else, so that they've more or less handed over to somebody who they could handle. Say, I think this person may be actually nice for you too. I am actually going in a different direction.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Something that's just crossed my mind. Something that's just crossed my mind with that whole dating.
And I forget.
Yeah, something else with the whole dating thing, with the friendship.
But at the same time, one has to be careful.
Oh, somebody's calling actually. Let's see. All right. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to each and everyone. How are you doing?
We good. What about you?
Well, I'm all right, doing some hard work as usual.
Okay.
Got to give thanks for another day.
Amen.
Yeah, but I would try to listen with Dave saying, why a person, a man want to do something to control a woman's mind and to just let them stay with, him or the woman do it to the man. That's my point. I try to really understand what's, because to me, it make no sense that you try to control someone.
You try to tie a person.
I agree with you, Carl.
That doesn't make no sense to me. Because if you're doing wickedness to control someone, that means.
But suppose this is the person who you know. This is the person you know you want to spend the rest of your life.
They want you.
Caller. You see, we don't know too much about this particular. We've heard it, but should we ask Dave to tell us why somebody
start again?
would want to control somebody? That's what you want us to ask him, eh?
Is it so much control,
Right, but
or
he's
is
not
it?
answering you up to the time either.
Yeah.
No,
If he's no anyone, if he see that happen, but he never answer you.
but he know. I think he try it and so forth. Maybe try it a few times. Maybe who knows if it stuff works.
Right,
And
you heard somebody say something,
Yeah, and therefore your question.
Say it, you not say it for yourself, so why should you come and say, well, that's the culture. But how you going to use culture as negativity? To me, I don't use culture as negativity because I think culture is supposed to be something more positive, togetherness and unity. That's how I look at culture.
Yes,
fair enough.
And so
when I look at it now, it's the mind of the people. Everything is in their mind. Is what they do.
Yes.
So I can't look at the culture as a negative. I look at culture as positive.
That's right.
Because of the mindset of them, I go use the word as the mindset of them. Why they do what they do? Because if you're going to go molest a child, right?
Yes.
You're going to tell me that culture? How can it be culture? I'm not looking at it that way. I might I don't know. Everybody look at things different.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it, culture is a positive, in a positive way.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I understand.
All right, thanks, Paula.
And,
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I take your
one.
question. We'll put out that question. Why would you do something like that? All right.
Because
Thank
you want
Right.
to.
But that's the thing, if you love someone, why you want to do something you
Thank
don't
you
love
very
you
much.
already?
Thank you very much. Yes,
But
that's
more
the
love you want,
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So why that's dissatisfy and you have to say relationship, can't control relationship.
Yeah.
It just means each partner have to be, equal with each other and once and cares about each other, relationship could go a long way.
Thank you.
All right.
And
Thanks.
keeping negative out of it. Because anyhow negative in a relationship, we don't last forever.
True.
Take love for relationship last, right?
All right. Thanks, caller.
All right, bless up on yourself.
To you too. Thanks.
Bye.
I remember what I was going to know when you were talking about Roleza, about the amount of time that has passed in the relationship. About the recycling of the partners. I was saying, if you date a friend's ex before you know that your friend was with this person, I feel like that may be a little bit okay. That may be better than you knowing for fly. I know Roleza was dating this guy, and then Roleza and the guy done, and no, I gone for the guy. I think that may be different.
And that's the other thing too, is that we don't always disclose who we date, especially if you know it isn't cemented, it isn't fine-tuned, it isn't, you don't know exactly where you stand just yet, you may not feel the need to tell anybody at all. So it is possible that it could end up happening, right? It could end up happening. So, all right. Any final thoughts that you could say in like a 10 seconds because we're out of time?
The only thing is that sometimes one has to be very careful. This is the reverse now, in that all sparks may resurrect. And if you are still in the same circles, then you never know if those sparks might just be resurrected and catch a fire.
And create jealousy and friction as well, too. Yes. So, yeah. All right. So we're going to head on out at this time. Dianna, I guess now we could say goodbye to you.
Oh,
See
yes.
you
Bye. Yes, please. Yeah.
All right. So we are going
Dr. Thompson.
Yes, and goodbye to you too. Until tomorrow.
All right. All right. So we are heading on out at this time to bring to you today's Community Dateline.